Christy here. Thank you so much for joining me. In today's video, I have my April update for Pan That Palette. I'm doing 3 different ones this year. Pan That Palette was originally created by Amber F. She's linked down below. I am following along with the Pantastic Ladies, whose theme is Kicking It Old School. And then I'm also following along with Paula in a small group of people who are doing better together. So in this project, I've been working on 2 eyeshadow palettes and then 2 cream face palettes. And we're making some changes. You ready? I'm ready. Okay, let's talk about the 2 face palettes. So I am working on my 2 e.l.f. cream palettes, and you can see some differences. I'll pop up a picture. So this is the bronzer palette, and I just have it numbered 1, 2, 3, 4. So number 3 is the only one that doesn't have pan. I don't know why. When I use these 2, I always do them together and then pick up some of the cream. So for number 1, I hit pan after 16 uses, and then I've had 1 more use. So since the last update, I've had 10 more uses for a total of 17. Second one, which is the more contour one, has a bit more use. Since the last update, I've used it 12 times for 19 uses. Number 3 is I've used it 10 times for 17. And then number 4, again, 10 times for 17. And I hit pan on 16. No, 17. Yeah, I don't know. You guys know how I am with math. My initial goal was to hit pan in all of them, and I have this 1 more left. Now I'm going to work on finishing them. My first goal is this one for sure, but again, I blend all of them together because even this is a bit too dark. And again, I have it is what's on my head today, and it is what you're seeing because I've started just putting bronzer kind of in my hairline for now because it's very, 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 very sparkly. Very sparkly. And while I love to glow, I love to be glowy and hoey, sometimes I don't want to be quite that glowy and hoey. So anyway, now we're working on finishing, and my goal is to have this finished by the end of the year, and I don't have any doubts that will happen. I'm pretty certain that this is going to be done. Let's talk about the one that may not be done. This is the blush palette in the same 1, 2, 3, 4. So for blush number 1, I have used that 5 times since the last update for a total of 12. This last blush I've used 5 times since the last update for a total of 9. And these other 2 blushes I've used 1 time. So I think my biggest issue with this palette is these are both kind of orangey tones, and it's hard for me to want to put those on. You guys know I'm just not attracted to these more kind of orange. Well, that one's not quite that bad, but I don't know. There's something about this palette that is just not motivating to me. I have been trying to use it. I did use it today. So I'm not going to remove this palette. I'm going to keep this one in, but my goal is to hit pan, and we will see if I decide to start finishing one at a time. I don't know. So that one is in for panning, and we haven't done it yet. And I put that in the wrong place. Okay, whatever. Okay, so the last time I saw you guys, I was like, okay, I'm trying to hit these 200 pans with Jessica in the year, and I wanted to do rolling style for this project. So I brought in 2 palettes. Again, I'm doing the Kicking It Old School with the Pantastic Ladies and then Better Together. So I brought in these 2 palettes. This one is the Dia Noches from JCat, and then I have the Rebel Mints from Juvia's Place. This palette was just so good when I originally bought it, and I'm kind of kicking myself that the formula has gone, I don't know what the hell. So, I mean, I know that oils and stuff are normal, but I have scraped, especially these 2 mattes, I've had to scrape them every time I've used them. Every time. They get so much hard pan, It's basically impossible to get any payoff from them. And I ain't got time for that. I don't have time for that. I don't have time for that. If this was a more expensive palette, maybe, but it's a very inexpensive palette. And the shimmers just aren't performing as they once did. So totally my bad. I should have, worked on this when it was new. That's on me. But this is going to be decluttered. I'm not even going to send this to Project Beauty Share because it's just not worth it to me. This is going to be decluttered. I did use the palette probably 10 times at least. You've seen a couple of, anytime I've worn that sunset look, anytime I've worn a purple look, one of these mattes has been in that look, and it's been struggle bus the whole entire time. So this one is being decluttered into the garbage. There it went. The next one is this one. This is Juvia's Place, the Rebels Mint. And I've used it. You can see that I've got a little bit of use on it. But this is meh. It's so meh. It's so meh. I mean, they're pretty. They're all right, but they're not impactful. They're just, I am not really I've used each shade one time. And I'm not really grabbing for this palette. So I'm not going to keep this one in. I'm going to roll both of these out. This will probably be on the chopping block. This one, I actually may pair this one. If you watch my color pan, is this going to go up before or after color pan? Maybe in the middle. Anyway, spoiler alert, in color pan, I'm working on 3 different palettes, and I'm working on the meant to be one. So I will play with these together and see which one I like better. I don't need to keep both. So we'll see. But yeah, it's all right. It's all right, but it's not, I'm not in love with it at all. Misty, what are you going to do instead? Well, let me tell you, I actually debated on whether or not I was even going to continue this project. Because it's like, I don't want to be in this and changing my mind every flipping month of the year. So this started January 1st. I put my update up mid-month, I think. And it goes until the end of the year. So I was sitting here going, okay, Misty, what in the heck are you going to do for this? Are we going to quit? Are you going to keep going? I'm going to keep going. And I'm going to share with you what I'm bringing in. Okay. You guys are going to laugh. You are literally going to laugh at me because I'm a clown. Because I'm bringing in this. This is the Glam Light. This is the Glam Light Ice Cream Dream Palette. And this was one of those I was considering last year. And I was like, no. So we're going to do things a little bit different. My goal with these is just to hit pan. I am not trying to finish anything other than what is in a project. So this is what this looks like. And I already have 2 pans. I have these 2 pans because they were in a different project. This isn't a project and this isn't a project. My goal for the year is to hit pan in everything but the neutrals. So I'm not going to hit pan in this color. I'm not going to try to hit pan in this color. This one, or this one. The rest of them, I'm going to try to hit pan in, and I will put up a photo. This is going to be for Kicking It Old School because this palette is, 2019? Yeah, I think I got this in 2019. It's a beautiful palette. But you guys know I don't want to flip around with neutrals. I've already been working on like these kind of coppery ones. The only one that I will be okay with using is Strawberry Cheesecake. Maybe. Let's see what it looks like. No. I will list out the names and I will circle the colors that I'm going to work on because I really need to take a second look at this. But I'm not going to be painting every single shade in this palette. And my goal is going to be to hit pan. And I'm going to give myself until the end of the year to do that. If I hit all of them and can roll this out, cool, good. If I don't, we'll see. And who knows, maybe once we get back into next fall, I'll be interested in working on these kind of neutrally coppery colors. As of right now, I am not. So that is my Kicking It Old School. Better Together. Better Together actually came first. Better Together actually came first. And I'm bringing in this. This is the BH Cosmetics Lost in Los Angeles palette. If you've been with me for a while, you know that this was level 2. This was level 3 for Project Level Up last year, still have my usage. My goal for this project is hit the rest of the pans. So there are a couple of neutrals in here. I will go ahead and do my best to hit those pans. I mean, I want this palette to have pan, like all of them to have pan, to be all pan. So I'm going to go ahead and write down the uses from before. I mean, all of them at least have 3, because that's what level 3 is for Project Level Up. And if you're unfamiliar with that project, I do have a playlist on my channel. So yeah, and I can use the ones that have pan if I need to, but my focus is going to be on the ones that don't. So yeah, and I will take a before picture, write everything down, get all the stats down. This one I'm going to guess may have pan in most shades, probably by the end of the summer, if I were to guess, because a lot of these, that's why I wanted to bring these 2 palettes in. You guys know I am drawn to these bright kind of pastels, brights in spring and summer. That's when I love to wear them. I mean, I'll wear them year round, let's be honest, but I'm really drawn to them this time of year. And I think these palettes will work really, really well. And there are some deeper, darker jewel tones in this ice cream palette that I think will be fine. Again, I'm currently panning Mango and pan those eyeshadows. And then Lemon is in 50 Shades of Yellow, 50 Shades of Yellow. And then the other 2 were in another project. And who knows, maybe, like I said, maybe I'll work on them, maybe I won't. But I really want to get some pans in this palette. Again, this is one of my older ones. I got it in 2019, I think. So, yeah. There you go. There you go. So let us recap. For the bronzer palette, my goal now is to hit pan in this last shade. That's holding on, this one right here. And then I'm going to work on finishing them. And my goal is going to be to finish them by the end of the year. I do have other bronzers that I'm working on to try to hit pan. So they'll be continued to be used with other things. But the goal is to finish all 4 shades. For the blush palette, my only goal is to hit pan. I want to hit pan in all of them. Once we've done that, we'll see what happens. Graveyard starts this month, and I have considered putting in a blush that's just about done in that. So it would have to be one that paired. But yeah, my goal for this is just to hit pan in them, and then we'll go from there. Again, this is a cream palette. I don't want it to go bad. I mentioned... and Sophie's like, you're already thinking about next year? I kind of am already thinking about next year. I honestly think next year I want to work on cream products. We will see what happens. I have to stop buying so many cream products so I don't have to worry about trying to pan all the cream products, but that is a story for a different day. So that's that. So for Kicking It Old School with the Pantastic Ladies, I'm going to be working on 15 or 20 shades in this Ice Cream Dream palette. And then for for Better Together, I'm bringing in the Lost in Los Angeles to work together. And let me put these up together. There are some shades that may overlap, but I think for the most part, these are a bit lighter, or at least have a different tonality to them. I can't see where we. So you can see that I think they will work really well together. Like there's not, like this top blue shade, that top blue pastel, can go beautifully with this matte, and there's not really another matte that would work other than that. So, I mean, you know what I mean. I've justified this enough. So that's it. That is it. This will be the last change. If I am not successful with this change, I will stop this project and restart it again next year. Maybe with a different, Pantastic Ladies theme or whatever. So yeah, anywho, that's it. How are you doing? Are you hanging in there? If you made it this far, leave me like the guy with the little hearts around its head. A clown emoji. I've been a clown today. Leave me a clown emoji. And let me know how you're doing on pan that palette, or if it's one you've even considered. Like I said, if I am not successful with this venture, then I will I will stop the eyeshadow portion of this and just wait for the Pantastic Ladies collab theme and do it again next year, or maybe I won't. I don't know. But yeah, yeah. I needed to do it a little different. That palette, I'm so sad that palette sucks so bad, but it's on me. That's what happens when you don't use your shit, right? Okay, friends, that's it. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate you. If you haven't already, I hope you'll consider subscribing. Like I said, leave me a clown emoji if you made it this far. You can follow me on Instagram. I'm at Misty Pans. I hope you have a good day, night, weekend, wherever you are. I love your faces. I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.